Good morning, students. This is your chapter Force and Pressure. Today we will discuss the last topic of this chapter, and your last topic of this chapter is pressure in liquid. So first of all, what is the pressure? In previous lecture we studied about the pressure and what is the formula, mathematic formula of the pressure, that is pressure is equal to force per unit area. This is your pressure, or pressure is equal to normal force, that is thrust upon area. Now consider liquid column. This is your container, and this is your liquid. So what is the pressure of liquid at this area? Suppose this area is equal to A. Pressure at this area, on this area, is equal to force upon area. This is the formula of pressure. What is the force? Force is equal to weight of this liquid column, weight of this liquid, and weight of this liquid is mg. What is the downward force due to this liquid? The downward force due to this liquid is weight of liquid, and weight of liquid is mg. This is the weight of liquid, this is your weight of liquid. So what is the pressure exerted on this area? The pressure exerted on this area, that is P is equal to force, downward force, and downward force is due to the weight of liquid, and that force is mg. And what is the area? Area is A. Now what is the pressure? Pressure is equal to mg upon A. The pressure due to this is your liquid, and this is your downward force mg, and area of this surface is A. Pressure is equal to force upon area, that is mg upon area. What is the mass? Mass is equal to mass of liquid is equal to volume of this liquid, into density of liquid. So therefore this relation, what is the value of mass? Mass is equal to volume into density, mass is equal to volume into density into g upon area. So what is the volume? Volume of this liquid, this is your area A, and suppose h is the height of this liquid, what is the volume? Volume is equal to area into height, So your formula pressure is area into height, because volume is equal to area into height into density into g upon area. Therefore there is cancellation of A, and your pressure due to liquid, that is h rho g. This is the pressure exerted by liquid due to the height of liquid. This is the pressure on this area A due to the liquid. What is the pressure? Pressure is equal to force upon area, and force exerted on this area, is weight of liquid. And what is the weight of liquid? Weight of liquid is mass into acceleration due to gravity upon area. But your mass is equal to volume into density. Now put the value of mass is equal to volume into density. What is the volume of this liquid? Volume of this liquid is equal to area into height of liquid. Area into height of liquid is the volume. Put the value of volume, that is area into height, density as it, acceleration due to gravity as it, per unit area A. There is a cancellation of A, and your pressure is P is equal to h, height of liquid, rho g. Now what is the pressure? Pressure due to liquid column, that is h rho g. And what is the height? Height of liquid measured from the surface of the liquid. So we measure the height from this side. This is your height. That is, we can also say that height is the depth of liquid. And we measure the depth from the free surface. This is the free surface of liquid, because there is a air above this surface, and we call this surface as a free surface, and we measure the height or depth of liquid from the free surface. So this is your depth. So therefore pressure exerted by liquid depend upon the depth of a liquid. So if we give a small hole at this point and small hole at this point, therefore depth of this point is greater. This is your point A and this is your point B. So depth of A is greater than the depth of B. So greater the depth, greater is the pressure. So therefore pressure at point A is greater than the pressure at point B. So therefore pressure at point A is greater. Why pressure at point A is greater? Because pressure of liquid depend upon the depth of liquid or height of liquid, and we measure the height from the free surface. Therefore this H is greater than the H of depth of A greater than depth of B. So therefore pressure at point A is greater than the pressure at point V. What your next? Second, pressure of liquid depend upon the density of liquid. If we change the density, if we increase the density of liquid, then there is increase in pressure, and if we decrease the density of liquid, then there is decrease in pressure. Next, if we put a hole, your pressure due to liquid is H rho G. So this is your container, this is your container, and this is the level of liquid. We put a hole at point, this is your point A, and at same level B. Therefore depth of A and V in this case is same. Depth of A is same as depth of B. So at same depth pressure is same. So therefore pressure at this point is equal to pressure at this point. That is pressure at point A is equal to pressure at point B, because H in both the cases are same and density of liquid is same liquid is there. Therefore pressure at point A is equal to pressure at point B. So if there is a hole at the same depth, the pressure at all side is equal. And if we compare this point A with the another point C, the pressure at point C is greater than the pressure at point A, because depth of C greater than the depth of B. So this is your pressure due to the liquid. Now what is the next? This is your pressure in liquid. Pressure in liquid is equal to weight of liquid divided by area, and your mass is equal to volume into density into G as it. There is a cancellation of A, so your pressure is rho GH. Rho is the density of liquid. Pressure in liquid is not affected by area. There is a cancellation of area, therefore area does not affect the pressure in case of liquid, but in case of solid, area affect the pressure. This is the main difference, that is pressure in liquid not affected by the area. Otherwise in simply we say that the pressure is equal to force upon area in case of solid. So in case of solid, pressure depend upon the area, and there is an inverse relation between pressure and area, that is force upon area. But in case of liquid, pressure is independent of the area. This is a very important term, and pressure in liquid is rho Hg. This is the pressure in liquid. Now pressure that is by liquid. A liquid contained in a vessel exert pressure on its wall. So this liquid exert pressure in all side, and this pressure exerted by liquid is normal to the surface. Means this is the perpendicular force or thrust. This is your perpendicular force, but here there is a different point. This is your different depth. This point are the at different depth. So greater the depth, greater is the pressure. So this point has greater pressure as compared to this point and this point, because pressure is equal to H rho G. So with increase in depth, there is increase in pressure. The pressure at a point in a liquid depend on the its depth, and this is your experiment to show that the pressure at a point in a liquid depend on the depth. Take a tall can, drill 3 equal and small hole in its side at different height. So 3 equal means area in each case is same. Fill the can with water and observe. Fill the can with liquid and observe. What you observe? The pressure at this point with the greater depth is greater as compared to other point. What your observation? This is your observation. Water going out from the lowest hole goes farthest, then that of highest hole fall nearest, and then from the middle hole falls in between the two. This show that the pressure of water in can is greater near the lowest hole and least in the uppermost hole. Therefore, what is the result? The pressure due to liquid increase with the depth from the surface of liquid. The pressure increase with the depth of a liquid, and we measure the depth from the free surface of a liquid. Next is at the same level. If in this case D is same for all points, D is same for all points, therefore for all points pressure is same. The pressure of liquid is same in all the direction at the same depth. At the same depth, pressure of a liquid is same in all direction. Again, take a tall can, drill a few equal size hole. Please keep in mind, equal size of a hole means area of each hole should be same. Area of each hole should be same, equal size of hole, all round it at the same level. At the same level means depth is same, H is same. Therefore, H is same, the pressure at each point is same. So what your conclusion? The pressure of liquid is the same in all the direction at the same depth. This is your second point, that pressure of liquid is same in all the direction at the same depth. And this is your different container, different size container. So to show that the pressure of a liquid does not depend on the shape and size of a container. This is very important. The pressure of liquid does not depend upon the shape and size of a container, because pressure depend upon the height and density and acceleration due to gravity. So in each case H is same, therefore pressure is same in each container. Again, you can perform an experiment. Take 2 or 3 cans of the same height but different width. This is your can of same height but different width. In each case depth of this hole is same, therefore pressure is same. The pressure of liquid depend only on the depth and not on the shape or size of the container. Again, this is a very important point, that pressure depend only on the depth and not on the shape and size of a container. Next is your Pascal law. If we apply a pressure at one side, then that pressure is equally transmitted in all direction. We apply a pressure at one side and that pressure is transmitted equally in all direction. This is your experiment to show that the pressure applied to a liquid is transmitted equally in all direction, and this is the statement of Pascal law. This is your Pascal law. So according to Pascal law, if we apply a pressure on one side of a enclosed liquid, then that pressure is equally transmitted in all direction. And this is your experiment, that fill a thick polythene bag with the water, make several holes in a bag with a fine pin, squeeze the bag gently. What do you see? When you apply a force at this point, then there is a pressure, and that pressure is equally transmitted in all direction. The water streams out in all direction with equal force. The water come out with equal force. Therefore, pressure applied at any point on the enclosed liquid get transmitted equally in all direction. And this is the statement of Pascal law. This is a very important term. Define Pascal law. What is the Pascal law? The pressure applied at any point on an enclosed liquid. Again, this is your keyword, enclosed liquid, not a open liquid. This is your container. This liquid has a free surface because there is a air. This is very important. If you apply a pressure at any point on an enclosed liquid, get transmitted equally in all direction, and this statement is known as Pascal law. So this is your Pascal law, that we apply external pressure here, and pressure applied on one point of a liquid transmitted equally in all direction, and liquid should be enclosed. Next, this is the application of Pascal law. This is your example of lift. We apply a small force and we get a large pressure. Here the area of this piston is very small, but area of this piston is greater, and we apply a force at this point, and there is a pressure at this point, and this pressure is transmitted equally in this direction according to Pascal law. So according to Pascal law, this pressure is transmitted to on this piston with area A2, and area A2 is greater than A1. So this lift based on the principle of Pascal law, and according to Pascal law, if we apply a pressure at one end, that pressure is equally transmitted to all direction. There is a transmission of pressure, and due to this pressure we can lift a heavy vehicle and heavy load. Next, there is hydraulic brake. When we apply a brake, there is a liquid, this is your liquid, and there is a pressure. When we apply a force on this area, due to this force there is a pressure at this main cylinder, and this pressure according to Pascal law is transmitted equally, and due to this pressure and this shoes moves outward and sees the rotation of wheel. So this is your hydraulic brake. The hydraulic brake work on the principle of Pascal law. And what is the Pascal law? Pascal law, if we apply a pressure at one end or a force at one end, then pressure is equally transmitted. So we create a pressure here with the help of this pedal, and that pressure is equally transmitted, and this pressure is equally transmitted, and due to this pressure these shoes moves outward. When these shoes moves outward, they seize the rotation of wheel or tire, and by this method we apply a brake. That's why with a small part, with a small pedal, we can stop a heavy truck, and this is our this all is based on the Pascal law. Thank you, students. So in this lecture, first of all we study about the pressure due to liquid, and pressure due to liquid, that is P is equal to H rho g. And second, we studied about the Pascal law, and according to Pascal law, if we apply a pressure at one point on an enclosed liquid, then that pressure is equally transmitted in all direction. And this is the your application, that is hydraulic brake and lift. Thank you, students.